Hey everyone, so this is Harsh and today in this video I'm going to show you how you can turn this image into this and this and this one. So basically this is the red ad ready images where you can basically turn any of your product and influencer images into your ad images, and then you can use these images into your ads, right? So again, this is very simple. This is possible with the help of Google new image generation model called 2.5 flash image gen model, right? So basically before we dive into that, let me introduce my new community that you can join. So this is the community AI automation accelerator, and this is the straight path to make your first dollar with automation, right? So again, if you really want to make your career in automation, if you really want to make your first dollar and then scale that to $10,000 a month, join this community, because in this community I'm going to basically I'm going to provide you a lot of really high ROI automations that can basically help you to master the automation field, and then you can basically apply that knowledge to get your first customer in automation. And of course, in that journey as well, I'm going to support you. I'm going to provide everything that I have used in my career to reach to $10,000 a month. And also the very important and very important thing for you is that right now, if you join this community, you can join it for a lifetime price of $149, right? Again, which means that you don't need to pay a monthly price to join. You don't need to pay a monthly price to keep yourself in the community. You can just pay $149 and you can be a part of this community for a lifetime. Right now, again, this offer is like only for first 50 members. Once I'll get first 50 members, I'll be basically transition into the monthly price. And if you are not joining right now, then you have to maybe pay monthly price. Again, believe me, this is going to be the most important and most crucial community in your career, because in this community very soon, I think in next 1 or 2 weeks, I'll be putting out a lot of content around how you can basically get your first automation customer using in automation, using automations and using few really rare methodologies that very few people are using in this particular space, right? So I have learned this through different mentors, different communities, and I'm like going to compile all of that learning and experience into this one community at a one-time price of $149. So if you are into this, if you really want to make a career, join this community. Now let's get back to our video. So basically, this is the automation that actually create images that you've just shown in the beginning, right? So basically what it does is that basically it is actually taking images as a input, right? You have to upload you have to basically upload the image. Once you upload the image, basically then it will turn that images into base64 string, right? And then also we are actually getting the influencer images from the Google Drive. So here, this is the folder where I have actually stored all the influencer images. You can actually store all the influencer images, right? So right now we only have one images of me, right? So again, you can have multiple images, and what you can do is you can basically set up the loop or item node over here, and then again it can basically loop through each image every time, and then it can basically generate 3, 4, 5 however images you have put into that Google Drive, right? Once you list all the images, then basically what exactly it is doing is that it is again then downloading all the images. And keep one thing in your mind, that all the images that you are getting from Google Drive should be JPG. Let's say if it is in a PNG, you have to change something in your you have to change certain things in your HTTP node that we will discuss later, right? So once you download the image, basically then it will then convert those Google Drive downloaded images into base64 string again, and then we are going to use that into the Google Gemini 2.5 flash image model, right? And this is the setup. Again, don't worry, I'll be showing you each and everything. So basically now and then what we are actually doing is that from there, actually we are getting this data, because see, sometimes these AI models are like actually giving you additional information that you don't need, right? So that is why it is very important that you just pass this data so that you can get the images that has been generated through Gemini 2.5 flash, right? Once that is done, then you basically move base64 string to a file. You can then convert the string into a file, which is a PNG file, right? And as you can see, this is the image that we have generated, and after that it will then upload all of that generated images into Google Drive folder, right? So that's how this particular entire workflow is working. Now let's create this workflow from scratch. Okay, so let me open another window over here, and let's create this workflow from scratch. Click on create. And by the way, if you want this entire blueprint or a workflow, you can just join that community. In that community, you can I'm going to upload the entire workflow with the step-by-step process and few other things that is required to run this workflow, and you can find that in the community. Just join the community and you're good to go, right? So now first thing is that we need to set up the, let me put myself aside for now. Let's start it on form submission. So over here, let's just give it a name called, let's say, product upload, right? And over here, what we can do is we can basically select element type to file. So because we want to upload a product image over here, right? Product image upload, yeah. Now once that is done, let's execute this one. So the moment you click on execute, you have to choose a file and just upload a product image. Let's say just upload this image, submit it, and and you will get the image, right? Now once that is done, again this is the AV file, doesn't matter. Now once that is done, okay, let me upload another image technically. Okay, yeah, let me upload this yeah, JPG file. Okay, so as you can see, we have already upload the JPG file. Now once that is uploaded, what we need is we need to convert this into the string, 64 string, right? So for that, just type file over here, click on this extract from file, and select this move file to base 64 string, right? Now over here, what you need to do in a input field, you need to change this to this product image. It should be exactly this, nothing else, right? So once you now click on execute, it will then convert that into the base 64 string. Now once that is done, now next thing that we need is we need to basically get all the images from the Google Drive folder, right? So for that, type it out Google Drive, and over here basically click on search files and folders. Now over here, don't put anything over here. What you can do, you can just click on add filter, click on folder, and here select by ID. Now in your Google, go to your Google Drive, and in whichever folder you have added your influencer images, open that folder, and in the address panel in your browser, you can see just copy the URL after folder slash, whatever is there after folder and slash, just copy all of that and put it into, okay, put it over here, right? So let's say if I do it and if I run this node, it will then return this one, right? Influencer image number 2, ID is this. And again over here, what exactly we need, again we don't need anything else. I think ID and name is more than sufficient, right? And then there are 4 images. If you can see, there are 4 images, right? Now next one is basically we need to convert all of this into, again, 64 base 64, right? But before we do that, we need to download all of this so that we can have a exact file that we can convert, right? So for that, again type Google Drive, click on download, and over here you can basically select by ID and put this ID over here, right? Once that is done, click on execute, and it will basically then download all the images by ID. Okay, it will take some time if there are multiple images, right? So let's say if we check this, so it has downloaded all the images. Now once we have downloaded all the images, basically now click on search for file, click on extract from file, click on this move file to base 64 string, and over here you can keep it data because all of this has name called data, so we want exactly this over here, so it is already there. Now if you can execute this step, so basically it will then convert all of these files into base 64, right? So now again we need to wait for some time because there are 4 concurrent images. So basically if you can see over here, it has converted all of that into the string, base 64 string. Now once that is done, next step is like now we need to basically configure the HTTP node, and we need to use the Google Gemini 2.5 flash image model, right? Now again, before that, let me show you how that works and how you can basically grab the curl setup over here. So basically what you need to do is, first thing, just come to this aistudio.google.com, and once you come over this, you will be here. Now over here what you can do is you can basically just click on get API key and click on create API key, right? And then you will get your API key from there only, right? Now once you get your API key, store it somewhere in your Google Sheet or in wherever you prefer, because then next time you will not be able to see that, right? So make sure you store that API key somewhere in your documents, and once that is done, just copy this curl, right? Let me close all of this and click on this import curl, copy this, right? Now over here, as you can see, URL is like this one, model and Gemini 2.5 2.0 flash generate content. Okay, generate content, right? Now if you can see here, it's Gemini 2.5 flash image gen, right? So again, you can change that to this one. Again, you will get this entire workflow in the school community. So just join the community so that you don't need to check around these things, right? So just copy this URL and paste it over here. And once that is done, over here, again, you don't need to basically send the header. What you can do is just turn this off. Over here, you can just click on this generic credential type. Over here, you can basically select the header auth. And in this one, let's say because you are doing it for the first time, what you can do is you can click on this create new credentials. Once you create that, you will see the screen like this, right? Now, how do you get this one? Let me show you that as well. So you can basically see this is the header. So just copy this, paste it over here, and over here you can paste your API key that you have copied when you click on create API key, right? Just paste that API key over here and give it any name that you can remember, and then close it. And now every time you want to use this image gen model from Gemini, you can just select general credential type, header auth, and Gemini image generator, or like whatever name you have given to that, right? So basically you don't need to you don't need to basically set up the header every time you use this use this particular image generation model, right? Now you can have a predefined credentials, so you can use that every time. Right now in the body part, again, this is the standard one where you can basically give it a prompt and it will basically then create image based on your prompt. Again, we don't want it because we already have a few images. We already have multiple images that we want to combine for the different purposes. So for that, basically this is the JSON body that you need. Again, you can find it in the workflow itself, so you don't need to worry about that if you have joined the community. So basically over here, what exactly we are doing is that, let me yeah. Okay, so now let's say if we see that this is the content part. So this is the prompt that we have given to this model, and we are saying that, okay, hey, combine these two images, and the person should be sitting at a table at a cafe or a coffee shop. Again, you can definitely modify this particular prompt, and again, see, this prompt I have taken from some other sources. So again, I haven't changed it because I want to show you that how it is actually working. And again, depending on your situation, you can change or you can modify this prompt, right? Maybe you want something where you don't want any sort of influencer. You just want a text on your image and screenshots of your image. That completely change this particular prompt, right? So again, this is the prompt. Over here, what you need to do is you need to basically give the data part, right? You need to just drop this data string from the previous module, and over here as well you need to drag this over here, right? Once you are done with that, that's all that you need to do, and now we are ready to basically run this workflow. But again, one thing, once you run this, you will get the base 64 string, and you have to convert that. But to convert that base 64 string, you need that data points, right? So basically, first let's execute this workflow, right? Let's upload the product image. Okay, I think one very important thing that we forgot to do is that basically we forgot to add the loop over item, because otherwise it will then download all the images and then it will basically combine all the images, which will then turn into the errors, right? So over here, let's do this and close this. Okay, basically now right now for the moment, let's loop it over here. Okay, now let's run this workflow basically. Okay, now let's upload a product image. Okay, oh sorry, we forgot to remove this one, and let's connect it with this one. Now again, let's run this workflow. Let's upload a product image. As you can see, it is now running. It is downloading the file from the Google Drive folder, and now it is basically converting that into base 64 string, and now it is generating the first image. Okay, so once it will done generating all of these images, now we can basically see. So now it is iterating through all the images, and it will basically generate all the images at once. So as you can see, now we have generated all of these images, right? So basically now we have set up this as well. So the next step for us to basically convert all of this into the base 64 string. So for that, we'll again search for, let's say, again, so sorry, we don't need to convert that into base 64, but we need to convert that into the binary data, right? So like for that, you need to click on this convert to file, and over here select this one, move base 64 string to file, right? Now over here, basically, let's say right now, let's give it a data. Let me see what it is there in this workflow, so that we can fast track it. Oh yeah, image results, got it. So it's image results, because in the previous one we have set this as a image results. Again, this is the one, this is where actually we are just extracting the data items from the previous module, which is what HTTP modules. Again, we don't want all the data, all the arrays from that. We just want data array, so that we can get those string, and then can convert those string into the files, right? Now once we have that, the last step is like to store all of those images into Google Drive, right? So copy over here and click on the upload file, and now over here what we need to do is basically here we need to give it a name. So let's say add images, and okay, for now let's give it a name called add image, or maybe we can basically give it a random name over here from list. Again, if you want, you can store that in the same folder where you have all the influencer list, right? Again, click on by ID and paste your folder ID where you want to store it, right? Now that's it. Basically input data field is data again. Now we have our entire workflow ready with us. So now just click on this execute workflow, upload the image that we have, click on submit, and now it is started running the workflow, and then very soon we'll see all the images into our Google Drive folder. Maybe we can run into some sort of error. We'll see, because I want to show you everything that I'm building on this channel, so that you can also understand what sort of errors we can run into if you are building some sort of automation, right? It's not like you can get everything without any errors, right? You of course get errors, and if you are getting, which means that you're learning something, you are working on something, right? So as you can see, we have a few other okay, there are some errors, I guess. Let me check. Okay, yeah. Okay, we just have generated one image only. Why? Because we haven't looped back to the loop over item, so that is why it is just a one item that has been generated. But let's say once the moment you loop back to the loop over item node, it will then run into the loop until all the images will be finished, right? So that's how basically you can then generate the images. So but again, you can see this image that has been generated over here, and this the same has been over here as well, right? This is the one that I've shown you in the beginning, and this is one that we have generated just now. So that's how basically you can generate ad ready images for your Google Ads, Meta Ads, or for any different purposes as well. Let's say if you have a YouTube channel, you want to generate thumbnails. Let's say if you want to generate image of yourself, you want to portray that, hey, I'm right now here, but you right now don't want to go, but you want to upload that image, or you want to like upload image with different colors or different colors of your clothes, different hairstyle at a different place. You can basically use this model, because this model is generating the realistic images, and also the quality is like really nice. As you can see, even if I'm zooming really deep, it's not much pixelated, right? So in that sense, I think quality is also like really good. So I think you can use this model for multiple purposes. But now, yeah, that's it for this particular video. Now if you have any question, if you have any doubts, please drop all of your doubts or questions in the comment box below. And again, if you want this entire workflow, join the community for the price of one time, and basically you can get all the blueprints, all the workflow that I'm like talking on YouTube over there. And plus in next few or couple of weeks, I'll be started uploading the entire course on like how you can basically get your first client through client for automation through cold outbound and all of that. So basically stay tuned for that as well, because for the price of 149 for lifetime, you can get a lot of value in the community itself, right? But remember, this is only for first 50 members. After that, we are going to close that offer, and we are going to basically again charge on a monthly basis, which is going to be around something around like $70-$20 a month. But again, if you really want to take advantage of the lifetime offer right now, just join the community and make the first introduction post about yourself, who you are, what you are actually right now doing, why have you joined the community, and what actually excites you about the automation industry, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. If you enjoy this video, like this video, share this video, and of course subscribe to this channel for more such videos. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye, take care.